Boop. Boop. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Table 18 podcast. My name is Cuddy, and that is...
Damon.
That was awesome.
I used my radio voice.
Totally. We're going to be cutting wrestling promos here shortly.
You paid for the entire seat.
But you'll use
the edge.
Yeah, so welcome back to another episode. We have a Cuddy and Damon episode today. We got some more interviews coming up here pretty soon. I think you're going to dig them.
Yep.
Damon's been out of town. We have some stuff that we want to talk about.
That's right, man. We have things we want to say.
So, Damon, you made a video because you started making content, which is fucking great. If you haven't seen Damon's content, seek it out. He's reaching Yoda status. And
it's been fun to come up with topics and to be like, what do I want to speak on? And to realize that I do have a life of experience that gives me a perspective that might be useful.
1000%. And I think the other part of that is, right, it's like and we talked about this a little bit, it's something that I never, ridiculous, but something that I never personally realized when I started doing this trip is that I got to stand on this.
Yeah.
And it really let me know who the fuck I was around certain things.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, deciding what you want to say and what you're going to say helps you organize your own thoughts and beliefs about things.
And you're like, no, I really do believe that.
And seeing what other people have to say back on it and thinking, well, what about that?
Sure, totally. 100%. You said age of algorithm.
Oh, yeah.
In this age of the algorithm, and I don't know if you caught it, but I think I commented. I was like, age of algorithm, that's interesting.
Every once in a while, I'll be rambling and I'll say something, and I'm like, that was kind of cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. Same. Same. I think you probably have a better hit rate than I do. I'm
always looking for shortcuts. So like when I find word shortcuts, like that's something I'd seek.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And so in that, I saw it and I was like, I'm going to go after this a little bit. I'm going to dig into this. And I used it a couple of times in conversation.
I mean, it is the age we live in.
It is the age we live in. And I have a friend. And so this is I guess this will be the wind up. I have a friend who is, and just to be clear, we're a non-political podcast. We're not going to sit here and try to fucking sell you some political agenda. You figure that shit out. It's fucking played anyway.
If anything, we want to talk about things in a space where we don't have to worry about that. And we can just talk about issues on their own
in a human space.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. That's right on the nose, D. And so I have a friend who's very, I would say pretty far left on the spectrum. And if we're going to be real, the American spectrum isn't very far left. Right? So like for the American spectrum, it's pretty far left. And as crazy as that might sound, and she works with somebody who was raised a conservative.
Yeah.
And they have a somewhat antagonistic relationship, but in a loving way.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. As people tend to do.
Which is actually kind of cool.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
But what she said was, she was saying something to him about Charlie Kirk. And how she, felt a certain kind of way and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, I've never heard him say anything like that. He's only said good stuff.
Right.
And so in the same space, at the same time, they both looked up Charlie Kirk quotes.
Like literally while sitting next to each other.
While sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
They looked these up on their phones.
Yeah.
And his came back sterling, made him look like a saint.
Yeah.
Hers came back.
Right.
Made him look like a horrible piece of shit.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
Right. Like, and then so I started doing some, and look, I'm sure there's people out there, well, that's how the algorithm works. Okay, I understand that, but and I'm a pretty intelligent with it guy.
Right.
right? And so like I understand that for me that was like that's how social media works, and that's 100%. That's
But how are we supposed to research and get real information when like
right?
When that's happening?
Well, I never like it didn't dawn on me that it had gone to our search engines. Now, do I think that the search engines weren't corrupt? No, I'm not that naive.
No, sure.
Right? Like I'm not an idiot, right? But I just thought maybe there would be some. You know what? I didn't think about it.
Right.
Is really what it came down to.
Right. Yeah.
Until I was confronted with it, and now I have to actually think about it.
Yeah.
So then I went down the rabbit hole. And no, that's in fact the case.
Right.
Right. And so our whole fucking existence is rage baited.
Well, and the truth is like that kind of like algorithmic thing that happens when you're looking up flights. That happens when you're looking for a place to buy Honeycrisp apples. That comes up when you're looking for concerts to go to. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what I would assume that the algorithm would be good for.
Right.
For me, I always thought there was like a delineation, right? Like you have useful algorithm, right? Like, because I might want to see Death Cab for Cutie.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they know I want to see Death Cab for Cutie.
Yeah. Like, does this mean that my phone is never going to tell me when Willie Nelson is in town?
What the fuck? Right. But I didn't think it was going to try to gear me in that way. I have seen the algorithm at work at this point. You have seen the algorithm at work and what we're doing here.
Yeah.
This and what we do in our personal content and that kind of shit. I have seen the type of humanity that if it's not a bot, and sometimes they're bots.
For sure. Yeah.
Right, that I would just despise to be around.
Yeah. Or they're dudes who just semi-professionally shitpost.
What?
You know, like, because I saw some
comment.
Like I saw some YouTube thing about a guy who like just basically sits in a basement and shitposts.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm just like, wow, that's
Well, you can shitpost and make money from it. Like you can rate.
Yeah, he was doing something like that, and I didn't totally understand. But the fact that this guy's whole existence was like
feeding the algorithm in a poor way,
only saying things to piss people off.
Right. Well, and I'm also saying like the amount of people that hop onto my posts, man, and like some of the shit that comes out of their mouth.
Right.
You're like, this is intense, right? Like we have gone from a place where we have this thing that is obviously expanded our lives and our horizons and brought our world together in so many ways.
Yeah, yeah.
But has absolutely mercilessly torn us apart.
Yeah.
And continues to tear us apart and is geared specifically to tear us apart. And it will send my message out to people, just enough people who aren't going to like it. So they'll fucking talk bad. So the people that do like it will come in and talk good.
Which helps the algorithmic performance of your post.
For sure. But what I've actually tried to do is I congratulate people when they when they say some shit that's really close to the truth.
Yeah.
Because here's the other truth of it. Like, you know, I'm not a fucking saint. Yeah. I make posts about what I think is right. Mm-hmm. This show, I say the things that I think is right.
Yeah.
But we don't have it figured out.
No, yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't have it fucking, I'm just a dude, right?
And someone can comment and say something that I totally hate when I first read it, but then I think, and I'm like, you know.
There's some truth in that.
Right.
There's some truth in that.
Yeah, and it might have been nice if they could have worded it better, but in the end, if I'm able to learn from a perspective I would not natively own, then great, you know?
But and then it's some brutal shit, right? You're like you're like, am I being performative? Is this pandering?
Right.
Right. I don't not trying to do that. Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's wild to me that we're cyborgs at this point. Like we're, you know, like first of all, we're, you know, we got to admit that this thing is indelibly tied to our future. It's not going away.
Yeah.
We don't get to unplug the internet. We have babies that were bottle fed on it. Right?
That just makes me think of that guy from Grandma's Boy who's all like, you know, he tries to blend into the wall. He's like, turd nugget, you know.
Yeah. Dude in the Matrix. The dude in the Matrix.
Yeah.
The fact that our search engines are geared, literally, like the fact finding machine, the fact finder machine,
Yeah.
right, is like I could see if it's kissing our ass like ChatGPT or something, right? But like,
it's not finding facts.
it's not finding facts.
Yeah,
it's finding what it wants. Okay.
It's an obstacle like that we have to try to figure our way around it to get to some facts, if facts are what we're actually looking for.
Which most people aren't.
Well, yeah, most people are looking for confirmation, but if you're looking for if you want to know like what's actually happening in this foreign situation that we're involved in, you have to try to figure out how to fool the algorithm to get like enough information on both sides to determine what the middle and most likely truth is.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So it's like, it feels to me, and you and I were talking about this yesterday, it feels to me, and maybe this could be a call for that, right? Like it feels to me like the most, and the amount of hate that I'm going to get for this.
Hate.
It feels to me like the most radical punk thing you can do at this point in reality is to write a fence.
Well, I mean, everybody's gun can see you sitting on top of the fence,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Right. But like we catch so much, like we being like anybody that's center, whatever the fuck that even means. Right. Like, catch so much hell because we're pussies or we're fence riders or we won't commit or blah, blah, blah. Well, check this out. Like, I have committed. I've marched in the streets. I've done
absolutely
all of the shit, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that there's not a time or place or, I'm not a bootlicker. I'm not an apologist. I don't have fucking warm thoughts for all the same shitheads you don't have warm thoughts for the most part. But what I can't do is I can't be fed a fucking line anymore and triggered into some kind of emotional response, let alone from fucking Google.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there should be the one place where I could just look something up and move on, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And and I get it, everybody wants to be catered to, and we live in this time, and it's like, no, I think the time is freaking now that like, more of us need to be in the middle and more of us need to stand here and go, look, dude, whatever the fuck we look up, we're going to have to find out is not really this way and it's not really that way.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just not.
Yeah. And I don't even know what the answer to that is. I know that there are services like news services out there that sell themselves as showing you both sides and giving you percentages of left and right and all this stuff on different stories. And I don't know how all that works, but it does let me know that I'm not the only person out there who wants to see the unemotional truth of some things in news, that would like to try to get some just like untranslated information about things,
Well, dude, my friend the other day, he's a big podcast guy, and he was like, yeah, I like watching it, like with this one comedian. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
He's like, I like watching him, and because I like his, I like how he delivers the news. And I was like, this isn't news. Like,
that's
never
commentary.
It's fucking editorialization. The dude is editorializing. This is fucking
this guy's opinion.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, there is no news, right? Like, we don't consume news anymore. Like, we consume opinion, and not that it wasn't opinion back then.
Yeah.
Right. There was fuck. That's actually a really big idea that just kind of exploded my mind. Like, we just agreed, right?
Yeah.
To go along with the news back then. Not to undermine some. There's been some amazing journalists and journalism out there. Like, there's been people that have done really brave shit. Like, I would never undermine that, right? Like some of those dudes that went to Vietnam and took pictures to show how bad it was really going and got us out of the war and that type of shit.
I think in some ways it was easier to be, to present more unbiased news when there wasn't a billion competing news systems,
Sure.
like to where to win, you have to use every advantage, including catering to somebody, whoever it is that you think is going to pay you.
Fuck, dude, that's heavy.
I mean, you want a world where everybody has the opportunity to chase their dreams. And as a result, you end up in a world, in a capitalist world where there's so much competition that to make it, you have to sell your soul. Was that too heavy?
No, I mean,
that's kind of. That just crossed my mind, and I'm just like, ouch.
Yeah,
like.
Well, and that's the thing, right? I think it is too heavy, but I think
And the algorithm. Well, and the thing is, the algorithm steers that without any human oversight,
which is the crazy part.
That's really,
what? I think that's
it. Really, just mathematically takes advantage of math,
right? One of the things that makes art,
right,
or like, how about this?
How about this?
So there can be a million love songs,
and
they're all right, because you can't fucking express. Love is all of that and more, right? You don't speak with the part of your brain that you feel shit with.
Yeah.
So like, you're fucking gearing. You have a robot just pulling levers on my emotions,
right? Yeah,
and it doesn't even have capacity to have a pure thought in that.
No, and it doesn't know what emotional levers are.
That's so clinical and fucking gross.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. It pulls those levers, but it doesn't have them. I mean, if that were a person, that would be a psychopath.
Or sociopath.
We are being steered by an enormous worldwide sociopath called the algorithm. Is it that bad?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it is. And I think that what the fuck do you do about that though? It's part and parcel to our daily existence. Now, the fucked up part about this is,
I think we have to evolve in a way where we can be in control of that. Like, I mean, it's like emotional regulation. Like, emotions are going to happen and they come in, but it's our responsibility to be able to regulate that and be informed by emotions, but not have our levers pulled by them.
And have a baseline of like, and that's where we're talking about that middle ground shit.
It's the map, not the steering wheel.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's where I was trying to bring that middle ground. Like, the middle ground is kind of, at this point, is the spot to be like, look, at least, if nothing else, we can start at center.
Yeah.
Because we have the advantage, first of all, great point, of like that emotional regulation, like the digital emotional.
I learned emotional regulation way too late in life, man.
That's fair.
Or am learning.
I think that you and I and people of our age have the distinct advantage of remembering when it wasn't like that.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know that people my daughter's age, definitely not my son's age.
Right.
They can reminisce in a form of nostalgia that they've never had for a world that they'll never live in.
Yeah.
But we can't we've jumped the shark. We're headed towards singularity.
Yeah.
Right. As a race, we are headed towards like unification with the machine, whatever that looks like at this point. Right. Like, I mean, the argument could be made that the moment that these came out, we started that unification with the machine, right? It's omnipresent. It's ever present. It fuels everything.
It's basically attached to us.
Right. Yeah. It is in our brain chemistry for sure. And we do need to find some kind of emotional regulation around it. Like, it's a grim thing, right? Like, it feels like a grim thing.
Mm-hmm.
It also feels, I don't know that hopeful's the right word for me, but there's a fascination with it that it could also be next phase of humanity, post-humanism. Like if it was done right, like you said, we need to figure this out.
Oh, you mean like where we're all like digitally transferred into a computer and we have a hive mind and that kind of shit? Or like,
I mean, I don't know that it needs to go that far, but but maybe there is some unification between us and the machine, right? I mean, that would be the next obvious step in evolution for us. To me.
Yeah.
Right?
That's scary.
Is it scary?
Yeah.
Would you choose to be put in a machine? If you were at your last day and they were like, look, we have the technology.
I mean, I just don't know that I believe that your soul makes the transfer. So I think there's a part, and this is just my own beliefs.
Sure. Yeah.
That I believe there's something inside of you that is something other than all the information. And I think you can transfer over that information, but I don't know if that energy, that cosmic thing inside of you, I don't think that makes the transfer. So I think what you end up having is a computer program that has all the knowledge of my brain, but it isn't me.
What do you think
However, at that final moment, the human survival instinct is easy to overlook in a life full of light switches and air conditioning and cars and jobs and shit. But like when it comes right down to like when your mouth is on the pistol, like there's a survival instinct that's different, and you see it then. And at that final moment,
who knows?
I don't know.
What do you think that threshold is? Like, what do you think that mechanism is? And I'm not talking about what do you think the soul is? I'm saying, like, do you think there's ability to grow that? Like, you say all of your
like that's something that can someday potentially be like extracted and put into
or
I don't know.
Or is it something that you can develop, right? And I get, so what I mean is, like, is there a point where, like...
Oh, could that machine through experience acquire its own soul? That's one of those questions that, like, I can't say I know. I mean, I think people as a whole tend to say that they know things.
I don't know
100%.
Shit, really. Yeah,
but the truth is there's very little, if anything, that I know 100%. But I don't believe so. But I don't know.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It's so, like...
It's like the aliens thing. Like, I don't think there's aliens, but I also don't think it's impossible.
For me, I'm more of like one of those people that's like, I don't think that they visited Earth by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
Just by sheer numbers, volume of planets.
Yeah.
Right. And likelihood of life on said planets, there's got to be something somewhere.
Well, likelihood of life is a compilation of all of the elements it takes to create it.
Sure.
And I mean, that's pretty astronomical.
But where does the term astronomical come from?
Like you're talking,
it's the fucking cosmos, right?
You're talking about you're talking about an odds number that might be bigger than the elements in the universe. It's crazy.
Sure.
So so I don't know. And then and if there is life,
are they intelligent?
Is it something we would even be able to see, hear, taste, or feel?
Right. Would it be like in another dimension?
Would it show up in the range of light we see, within the range of sound we hear? Would it be...
Would we understand it as light?
Would it vibrate on an other dimensional fucking wavelength, or what the fuck ever, like...
That's intense, man.
Yeah.
So...
That's what... eating a lot of acid in your youth.
100%. That's why we can have these. I mean, there was a period of time in my life, brother, that, like, I don't know if we've ever talked about this. I ate acid for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Daily, almost.
Yeah.
Like a lot of fucking acid. Heroic doses of what Terrence McKenna would call heroic doses of hallucinogens.
Yeah.
And I think that actually helped me be cool. And I don't mean like cool, like, like the Fonz cool. Right? Like, I mean, like, more receptive, more, like what I would consider somebody being cool.
I think that the psychedelic experience, especially when it's strong, to pass through it in one piece, you have to be able to take the ride and be willing to go where it goes. Because if you fight it, that's where your brain breaks. And
and I've seen people fucking turn into pudding, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And not come back.
And so I don't know that it's like the psychedelic experience that makes you a cooler person,
or if you're just or
if it's a situation that
you're
requires
cool, so you can
that from you.
Oh, dude,
you know,
that's a really good.
Yeah,
that's a good take. Like you're just you're chill enough.
To
let it do the thing.
You find out if that's who you are through that gauntlet.
It's kind of like when you drink the water of life in Dune.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're either going to survive it or you're not.
Yeah.
And if you survive it, you're going to be powerful as fuck.
Right.
But but you're probably not. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So go ahead and work that out.
God, I love Dune.
So do I. I love every iteration of Dune. Mm-hmm. I love the sci-fi channel.
Yeah, I love the bad TV show they made.
Totally, all of it.
Yeah.
The
story is just so cool to me.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because last night.
And that whole story starts with 10,000 years previous to everything. They stopped fucking with machines.
Yeah.
You know, to circle it back to where we, they found the algorithm unworthy and voted against it.
Yeah.
And went to war.
During the Butlerian Jihad.
Butlerian Jihad.
Yeah, sir. And now we're showing our fucking dork. But that's fine. Last night, so.
What's our dork?
So it's fine, dude. Like
dork. Not, it's dork.
So I started watching it when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. I was into it.
Mm-hmm.
And because my parents were into it. And I waited years for it to be remade.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched the sci-fi one. It was fine. It was good. It was like it. I'm a dork.
Yeah. Did you ever read the books?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
I haven't read a ton of books, and I read those.
Yeah, I did.
All of them.
No, 100%. And so when the new one came out, like I was just like, don't fuck this up. Right?
Yeah.
For the love of Christ, don't fuck it up. And he didn't. He didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, he really. Yeah.
I got a couple hot takes about the actors, but all in all, I won't get into it. Like it was good. And last night, I hadn't rewatched. I started rewatching the second one a couple months back. Watched 15 minutes of it and did something else. And my mom is visiting, and so I started watching these movies with my mom. Right, she was a big fan of them.
Yeah,
and so. And the books, and so she hadn't seen part 2.
Oh, really?
So I put it on at the house last night, and I'm just like, man, they fucking still to this day.
Yeah.
Like you like watch that shit. You're like, first of all, I mean, you can put Christopher Walken in anything,
and I'm
gonna watch it, right? Like, oh, so he's the shithead king. Oh yeah, cool. Let's do that.
I'll watch him read a newspaper.
1000%. And then you put Stellan Skarsgård in as the Baron,
right?
And like all just like this is the cast that I want.
Yeah.
Austin Butler did a good job as Fade. I would have liked to seen one of Skarsgård's kids play Fade. I think that would have been cool.
Oh, that would have been cool
like
because they're all these long, lanky, they're half alien looking already.
Wouldn't that have been dope? Like if they would have got Bill to play fucking.
I mean, alien in the most beautiful way because they're like
they're godlike.
Yeah, I can't pretend
creatures. Yeah,
that I'm not jealous. Yeah.
So we watched it last night and. Fuck me, dude. I don't know when the last time you watched part 2 was.
It's been a while.
It's good. It's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you're sitting around, you got nothing.
I've watched it more than once.
Yeah, dude. I watched it again, though, and I was like, this is fucking, like, yeah. He really brings it, like, I was unconvinced about Timothée Chalamet until I watched the first one, and I was like, okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah. That was same. I just never loved the young, beautiful male actor until he proves himself to me. I never, it took me a long time to accept Brad Pitt and the fact that I just love Brad Pitt.
Yeah, totally. Brad Pitt's one of them. Gosling's another one of them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how cool of a fucking actor did that guy end up being, right? Like, he's
totally
fucking blows me away. But the one thing about Timothée Chalamet that I do love is that he's not Kyle MacLachlan. And
he's not what?
Kyle MacLachlan, who played Paul in the first one.
Right.
And then was in every other David Lynch movie.
God, with that thick hair he had.
He did have
really
a coif of hair.
Man, his hair just screams 80s at you. Like,
no, totally.
Like yuppie 80s.
Yeah,
you know?
I just have always been, and he's a weird guy because, like, I don't know if did you ever see Portlandia? You ever see the show Portlandia?
No, I never did. I know that you put a bird on it. That's all I know about.
Okay, so Portlandia is
that was the Put a Bird on It show, right?
Yes, yeah. So Portlandia is a send up of Portland people. Right,
yeah.
which is almost a send up of earlier Seattle people.
For sure.
In a lot of ways, right? Yeah. And so the thing about Kyle MacLachlan, like I've never liked him, but he fucking plays the mayor on Portlandia.
At which point he's like 30 years older than he was when he played
100%,
Paul Muad'Dib, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
And he's amazing. And he doesn't take himself seriously. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
okay,
I can appreciate him now, but I can tell you as Muad'Dib, he just didn't sell it for me. It was all I ever knew for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is I loved Dune so much, and that was like all we had at that point, you know?
Sure.
Without knowing yet that there was this whole like one from the 70s where they, you know.
Yeah, Alejandro Jodorowsky one that.
Yeah, I was about to say what I thought might be his name, and I just had a bunch of Y's and Z's crashing into each other.
Yeah.
Ski. So in retrospect, I'm like, yeah, he was cheesy as fuck.
He was cheesy as fuck. It was just a hard, like, I made my daughter watch that before the new one came out.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, this is dope. And then we watched the new one. She was like, great. Totally. Anyway, so I think the takeaway is middle ground.
And we might want to consider a Butlerian jihad against the machines.
At some point.
Not the people, the machines.
Not the people.
Yeah.
The people aren't doing it. That's the thing I think is the takeaway. Like, don't get me wrong. There are shitheads. We'll say this again. There are shitheads that are shitheads for the sake of being a shithead.
The manipulative power of the machine is vastly underestimated. I really think that because people are afraid to admit that they can be manipulated, they don't want to admit that manipulation, that it's really, and maybe there's not a master plan or a conspiratorial.
I don't think there is. I don't think we're that sophisticated.
The algorithm at work in our machines is, by its own mathematical making, institutionally manipulative.
I think that's its charge.
Yeah.
Its purpose.
Yeah.
As an actor, that is what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And so just take a minute. Touch some fucking grass. Right?
Touch grass.
You're right.
Yeah.
Take a minute. Take a breath. Go out and fucking hang out with your friends. Mm-hmm. If you're feeling geared up, talk to somebody. You know, like and I don't mean like a professional. I mean like another human being. Like just have a fucking conversation.
Yeah.
Try to, share some opinions and touch some fucking insights with one another. Or how about this? Have a friend that you can check their Google to see what it says about your questions.
You know, one thing cool that people do in almost every other country I've ever been to is there's places where they go outside and hang out together.
100%.
You know, in Paris, they go down and hang out by the river in groups of 3, 4, 15 or 20, and they have snacks and
cheese and
even a little booze or whatever. Yeah. No big deal. Nobody cares, you know. Shit, in Vietnam, people would pull a chair right out in front of their apartment or house and hang out, and maybe a couple other people would show up, and they just hang out and be outside and talk. And I don't know if we do enough of that here, you know?
I don't think we do enough of that.
I mean, in the Northwest, here. We're hobbits.
And, we're hobbits here.
Yeah.
I think during the summer we do that.
Yeah.
And we call it lake life, lake culture.
Yeah, we got Cal Anderson Park on the hill.
Yeah, dude, totally. And
you have a lot to interact with there, you know? It's
a lot of
interesting. Yeah.
A lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I love it too.
Yeah.
Anyways, touch some grass, talk to some people.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll see you next time.
All right. Booyah.